My name is Lydia Kizimana and I'm the founder of Happy Hearts Preschool that we started in Kigali 7 years ago with my son as the first client. So we are in Gikomero, which is one of the sectors of Kigali, Gasabo. The idea was not to cater only for the international community in Kigali. We wanted to see also how, with the resources that we have, we can work with communities that will not have the opportunity to have the great education that we're providing in Kigali at that level, the 3 to 6, based on the recommendation of one senior official of the district of Kigali, who were telling me about 2 specific sectors who had very, very poor learning outcomes in terms of nutrition, hygiene, pass rates for them to go from nursery schools to primary schools. So we decided to come and just understand what was going on. When I came here in 2019 for the first time, I found a school that was very well built. If you look at the building were donated by the foundation IKEA. Inside the building, you had people who have not been trained for the past 4 to 5 years. They didn't know how to teach well. The atmosphere itself was very dull. Kids were not smiling all the time. They didn't have uniform. They were not eating every day. And we had children who were coming to school for the sake of coming to school. So we started with providing first food to the students, one breakfast with milk or porridge, and then we said, okay, what can we do next? So we decided to repair some classrooms, and then some teachers were not receiving their salaries on time, so we decided to give them a small motivation on a monthly basis, 20 euros per month, just to motivate them to come to school, to do the training, and to be able also for them to feed their families. €15 a month can go a very long way. This project is purely social. Of course, the parents in the community are involved. We don't want to come as people who think that we have the solution for all the problems, but we want to work with the community and make sure that the parents are also involved. Once a month, we have classes, and we teach parents to cook healthy food for their children. We've seen a lot of involvement of the parents in this project, and we want to expand this. We need more people to come on board and work with us. So for us, the nutrition part is extremely important, and as most of you know, 80% of the brains develop between 0 and 3. So if you did not have the proper nutrition during that time period, then you are starting in life with a lot of deficit. So we want to make sure that by providing the right nutrition, children are motivated to learn properly in class. But the real purpose of this is to work with the community and see together how can we put in place systems that work for us, with us, and make sure that everyone is involved into the decision making. Why do we find our teachers? The teachers are from the community. We have a lot of young volunteers, women and men, who are passionate about the work that they do. Teachers are creative, so we work a lot with those volunteers during that week. to show them that it's not only about buying the materials that they'll be using, but also creating them using local available materials. Looking at boxes, bottles, anything around the environment that we can use to create something that will help us teach. We work with parents, we work with teachers, we work with caregivers, we work with volunteers. Working with the community really empowers the communities. Even if they don't have a lot of money, they are giving their time or participating in the education of their children, making sure that the child is happy and building this holistic child. And this is what we really want to see in this community. It's a house that has a room specifically dedicated to taking care of 15 to 20 children. And parents of these children that come to the home base have fieldwork, and for them to have a safe place where they can leave their children is very important. Some of our volunteers are working there, teaching, cooking, taking care of the children, making sure that the children are safe and are learning. We cannot have all the children coming in these centers that we have here. The classrooms are too small. Even today we have about 40 children per classroom. That's the reality that we have. So the home base is another good solution to have children not walk a long way just to go and learn. Apart from the room that is already there in existence, that we have to also refurbish a little bit. Actually, we construct from scratch the kitchen and as well as the toilets to make sure that we have those places as clean as possible, and that hygiene is extremely important for us, especially when you're dealing with 3 to 6 years old. Even if you're in a village, it's important that everything is clean. Our vision going forward is to make sure that every child gets the best education possible, and it starts with you and with me. At our level, we can all do something. We want to make sure that we have as much home base as possible in each and every villages around our community. The home base really is a solution for us to be able to cater for the ones that will never be able to have this kind of education. We want to provide food to the children, we want to provide learning materials, we want to be able to provide uniforms, we want to be able to pay the school fees. The needs are endless. When we come together and we work together, I think it's less heavier to carry. If I was alone and I was doing this, I would have never been able to do this. But since 2019, I've been blessed to meet a lot of people who have believed into this, and it doesn't cost a lot to do good. I think it starts with a small thing, a small gesture. It can be some clothes, it can be food, it can be money, but any donation, anything that one can give goes a long way. You never know how it's going to change the life of someone else. Evaristo para Pule.